Tonight's headlines: Philippines already over crisis stage of Omicron surge. Government may fall short of target for vax drive. COVID-19 cases in the country at 3,646,793. Galvez stresses information drive on vaccines. DBM releases 7.92 billion pesos for healthcare workers allowance. Beijing Olympics reports no news virus cases. And BSP hikes inflation outlook. Good evening. Today is Thursday, February 17, 2022. I'm Miguel Palatagonon and this is Tribune News on Cue. Here are the stories for this evening. Health Secretary Francisco Duque III on Thursday said the country has already crossed past the crisis stage when it comes to the surge caused by the Omicron variant of COVID-19. Duque noted that improved nationwide numbers when it comes to two-week growth rate, average daily attack rate or ADAR, and healthcare utilization. The health chief also stressed that the country's two-week growth rate is at negative 81%, while the ADAR is at 7 cases per 100,000 population, which he said is considered low risk. However, he said that the country is not yet seeing the end of the COVID-19 pandemic in general, and stressed that he is not in favor of lifting of the mandatory mask policy anytime soon. The Health Department on Thursday said that the government may not achieve its target of vaccinating 5 million more Filipinos despite already extending the third wave of its mass vaccination drive. Health Undersecretary Mirna Kabutay admitted that the third Bayanihan Bakunahan still has slow turnout amidst its one-week extension, having only vaccinated 2.6 million people so far. The Bayanihan Bakunahan 3, originally scheduled from February 10 to 11, was extended to February 18. The National Task Force Against COVID-19 earlier said they will go to the BARMM to increase the COVID-19 vaccination drive there, it being the region with the lowest vaccination rate. The Department of Health reported 2,196 confirmed COVID-19 cases on Thursday, to bring the total number of infected in the country to 3,646,793. This brought the active cases to 66,588, and of the total, 1,090 are asymptomatic, 60,848 are mild, 2,913 are moderate, 1,428 are severe, and 309 are in critical condition. The number of recoveries, on the other hand, rose to 3,524,875 after 4,409 patients recovered from the deadly disease. The death toll is now at 55,330 with 107 fatalities recorded. Meanwhile, the country's COVID-19 positivity rate was at 9.7%, which is higher than the World Health Organization's requirement target of less than 5% positivity rate. Tribune News on Cue will be back after these reminders.
Si Harry Roque ang pinakamagaling na spokesman, kaya inggit sa kanya ang oposisyon.
Tama lang na ipinaglaban ko ang balik trabaho para bumalik ang kita ng mga nagtatrabaho at naghahanap buhay. Hindi pwedeng magutom ang pamilya. Dapat lang po ingat buhay para sa hanap buhay. Basta trabaho, kita at hanap buhay ang nakataya. Nasa harap niyo po ako.
Ibigay natin ang tudong suporta kay Harry.
In other news, vaccine czar Carlito Galvez Jr. on Thursday said conducting information drive is important in some Muslim communities who are resisting COVID-19 vaccine due to their beliefs. Galvez said he went to Sumisip, Basilan to encourage Muslim communities to get their inoculated against COVID-19. He stressed that the information drive is really important because some believe that they would transform into zombies when they got vaccinated. Galvez issued his remarks after he was asked on the government's solutions amid vaccine hesitation of some Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao communities due to their culture and beliefs. In January 2021, then Food and Drug Administration Chief Eric Domingo said COVID-19 vaccine makers are working on securing halal certification for their products. The Department of Budget and Management on Thursday said it has released 7.92 billion pesos for the allowance of healthcare workers and other personnel involved in the COVID-19 response. According to the DBM, the latest release to the Department of Health will cover the one COVID-19 allowance of 526,727 public and private healthcare workers and non-HCWS. This includes 4.5 billion pesos for the benefits of 100,313 plantilla workers of the DOH in public hospitals, offices, and rehabilitation centers, including those in military and state university hospitals. The remaining 3.42 billion pesos will be for 426,414 health workers who are stationed in local government units and private health facilities, among others. In sports, Beijing Olympics organizers said that there were no new COVID cases in the closed-loop bubble for the first time, hailing the success of China's strict approach after there were fears ahead of the Olympics that COVID would badly impact the Games, especially with the more contagious Omicron variant. The nearly 3,000 athletes and more than 60,000 support staff, volunteers, journalists, and others are cocooned inside a vast bubble where they must be tested every day and wear a mask at all times. There have been 435 cases in the bubble since January 24, when official figures began to be released, among them an unknown number of athletes. But the daily number of positive COVID tests inside the bubble has been dwindling as the Games reaches its conclusion on Sunday, with no positive PCR tests on Wednesday. And in business, the Monetary Board of the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas decided to hike inflation forecasts for this year and the next amid the successive petroleum price hikes, but kept key policy rates at all-time lows. BSP Governor Benjamin Jokno said the risk to the inflation outlook continued to lean slightly towards the upside for 2022, but remain broadly balanced for 2023. The Monetary Board now expects inflation to clock in at an average of 3.7% for this year, higher than its earlier outlook of 3.4%. It also hiked its 2023 outlook to 3.3% from 3.2%. Inflation decelerated to the 3% in January, reflecting a deceleration from the 3.6% in December using the 2012 base year and 3.2% using the 2018 base year. That wraps up the stories tonight. Before we go, I would like to thank the SM Store, Araneta City, the Department of Tourism, MG Motors, Hina Motors, Security Bank, Empire Eastlands Holding Incorporated, and Overseas Community Affairs Council member Anna Lin of the Republic of China for their continued support. Again, this is Miguel Pautagonon, and you're watching Tribune News on Cue. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay at home. Good night, and God bless us all.
Service Advisory is brought to you by Daily Tribune and 100.3 RJFM.
Oh, vaccination, isolation. Gotta keep up with my nutrition. Gotta maintain my body condition. Then I can take my vaccination. What do I choose? What do I take? As long as it is not a fake. AstraZeneca, Moderna, BioNTech, even Sinovac, okay na. Babakuna ka ba? 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 Vaccination for the nation, no more isolation. With vaccination, babakuna ka ba? 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 Paturok, paturok, paturok.
This public service advisory is brought to you by Daily Tribune and 100.3 RJFM.
Magandang araw mga katribo! Narito na ang mga makakasama nyo tuwing umaga sa programang Gising Na. Roy Pelovelo, Atty. Lia Badillo Crisostomo, Vernon Velasco, Kim Sancha at Chirk Balagtas. Abangan ang programang Gising Na mula alas 8 hanggang alas 9 ng umaga sa Facebook page ng Daily Tribune.
Ilabas na ang mainit na kape at samahan kami sa inyong pag-almusal, mga katribo.
Simulan natin ang bawat umaga with good vibes sa mga informative and recreational segments ng aming programa.
Maaari niyo rin ibahagi sa amin ang inyong opinion via Daily Tribune Facebook page at Tribune Now sa YouTube.
Makichika na rin sa latest showbiz happenings, mga katribo.
Kaya naman, magkita-kita po tayo mula Lunes hanggang Biyernes, alas 8 hanggang alas 9 ng umaga at magsama-sama po tayo sa
Gising Na!
Mga katribo, tara na't makiisa at matuto sa mga public service programs hatid ng Kalingang Katribo. Tuwing Lunes, nandyan ang usapang business na magbibigay tips at inspirasyon sa mga aspiring entrepreneurs kasama si Vernon Velasco. Tuwing Miyerkules, usapang pangkalusugan naman ang tatalakayin ni Miss Cory Quirino sa Health and Wellness. At tuwing Biyernes naman, kung legal advice ang kailangan mo, sagot ka na ng Legal Diaries kasama si Elmer Navarro Manuel at mga guest lawyers. Lahat ng yan mapapanood tuwing alas 3:30 ng hapon sa Daily Tribune Facebook page at Tribune Now on YouTube. Makinig at makisali sa usapan every Friday night at 6 p.m. sa I Speak Katribo Podcast. Samahan sina Daniel at Alvin na pag-usapan ang mga relevant topic na tiyak kakarelatean nyo mga katribo. At pagdating ng Sunday at 7 p.m., Speak Your Mind with our I Speak program na sasagot sa mga tanong regarding the latest and relevant issues sa paligid natin. I-like at i-follow nyo ang Daily Tribune Facebook page at Tribune Now on YouTube para updated ka sa mga latest episode namin mga katribo.
Catch the latest news on our website, tribune.net.ph. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Tribune Now. Download the Daily Tribune app on Apple Store for iOS and Google Play for Android to get the latest and most comprehensive news online. Daily Tribune invites you to join its Viber community, Katribo, to get updates on the hottest news on politics, business, sports, lifestyle, and entertainment. Emoticons of the Tribune mascot Tercito are available on our community Viber.